So now I'm going to take this little sequence and then move it around through the arpeggio patterns to form one single longer modal run. So I'm just beginning up here. And the difficult thing here, or the challenge, is to find a point where you can shift from one pattern to another. And the pattern I'm going to use next, I'm going to follow a little horizontal style of laying out the arpeggio patterns. The next pattern I want to go into is the next one here that I have here. So begin up here and then go down to the next Lydian arpeggio pattern on the fretboard here. I'm in the 10th fret here, and then I go down to the 6th fret on the B string. Then I have a note there. This is the raw arpeggio without the scale notes. Then I have a note there in the 9th fret on the G string. A note in the 10th fret on the D string, and then on the D string in the 7th fret as well. So that's my arpeggio pattern. I'm going to add the notes in between here in the 8th fret. Only one note on the G string there. Go to the D string and add the B there right in the 9th fret on that string. So I have, and then I'm going to play my sequence again. So, and I can even practice that, just playing in that pattern, doing the same sequence. But as I said, I'm going to create a bridge. I'm going to find some place where I can go from this sequence to the same sequence but on different strings in another pattern. So I'm going to begin my pattern here by going, that's almost a full circle. And then I'm going to the next pattern with a sweep from the G to the B string. I'm sweeping over and going. I can stay in the same pattern. But when I come to this point, I'm going to shift with a downstroke to the next pattern. If I want to go back up to the first pattern again, I go. So just stop there, right there again, like right there is the passing point. So it's, and then I sweep back over, upwards from the B to the G string. So I go, and then I go. So when you go upwards, you start by right here in the pattern. When you go downwards from one pattern to another, you begin here. So let's do them both slowly. All right, let's take it all the way down and look at the next two patterns here. So we have a pattern here, which begins on the G string in the 9th fret. You go to the 12th fret on the same string, then the 10th, and then back to the 9th. Then down in the 10th fret on the D string. Then to the 12th fret on the A string. And then the 8th fret on the A string. Then the 10th, then the 12th. That's it. The next shape begins in the 7th fret, moves to the 10th, 9th fret, and then you hit the 8th fret on the A string, and then the 12th fret on the E string, and then the 8th fret. Up again to the 10th and then the 12th. So like that. So let's play these two patterns together, just to practice something a little more limited than taking the whole thing, which is a very good idea. And then we go straight back down again. Let me just play both patterns for you in circles. I'm going to take a little break before I shift to the next pattern so you can hear when that is. Up again, same pattern. Go to a new pattern. And then I'm right back again. Sorry. Now let me connect all four patterns. So I'm going to begin up here. Next pattern. Next one. Then I'm going to go straight up again. Just for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to begin here. Although I just played these three notes. Wrong note there. So let's look at the right hand. You start with a downstroke, and when it's time to shift strings, you do it with a sweep. So we got 3 upstrokes in a row. When you go to the next shape, you shift strings again with 2 downstrokes. So you sweep again there. And the same thing when you go up. So you get 2 upstrokes. Exactly the same picking technique as for the big sequence.